Welcome to Sim.bc, where it right now is 18:49, and I'm having a bit of a cold. Don't know if you can hear it, but hopefully it won't get in the way of this entire little video of today. Now, I'm just gonna start with stating one thing. Finding a Christmas cap in Bordeaux, in France overall, hardest thing I've ever been through. Like, I was thinking, right? It would be fun to have a bit of a Christmas cap on Christmas, making a Christmassy video. Of course it would, but do I have one at home? Yes, I do. But I was thinking about scheduling a video for Christmas and the day after Christmas, like the Christmas day as well. So both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, because I'm going to spend those days with my parents and they're not going to let me be alone, so it's probably not going to be able to, record. So I thought, logically, I'm going to get one here. Hardest thing I've ever attempted doing. Seriously, there's no one here. I mean, there's people there, but there's no single Christmas cap, right? On the market. It's just like the supply and the demand is all out of whack. Perhaps nobody demands it, and that's why there's no supply, but still. The closest I came was finding a mannequin wearing one, and I actually went in, try with me French, asking can I buy that Christmas cap? Because it looks crisp. Did it look crisp? No. But was it the only one I found so far? Yes, it was. So, I had a bit of a limited options going there, to work with. but unfortunately, he said no. So we'll see what's happening, let's see what we're doing for the Christmas video. Something we will be able to do, believe me. I have some ideas, mates. I have some plans, don't you worry. And I know, before we get into it, consistency. As I've said before, consistency, right? Structure is everything. It's A to Z. So what are we going to go through today based on that? Well, we're not going to go through any business topics, even though I said it yesterday. I actually had one idea planned, right? I had this smoking idea of how we dress, the psychological idea of how we dress, and the supply and demand of clothes that we buy, the impression management, and that when you reach a certain point, you will not longer need to buy clothes in order to show off your posture and your position and your status, because you will be high enough on the list. Now, first of all, when I thought about this topic, I thought that would be an amazing scripted video now, wouldn't it? There's lots of different arguments to be made, there's lots of different things to go into, lots of different perspectives to raise there. But yeah, unfortunately, but I also thought simultaneously I can go through it and make a scripted video about it, but then something else happened. And that was, of course, I got me hands on some Photoshop editing and working, and I made this. Whoop-pow! I really hope it's on screen. Yeah, of course it's going to be on screen. I'm good enough with editing now. This is the new cover photo on YouTube, right? On my YouTube page. This is the new Sim.bc channel art. And believe me, when you're watching it, right? If you're what should we say? If you're comfortable with Photoshop, you're probably going to say, that's shit. No, maybe not shit, but that's not that good, mate. I mean, you're looking at some of the lines here. I see what you're going for. Didn't work. And then some people are probably going to say all of the icons are blurry, but I actually made that right. That was actually an artistic choice from my side, blur the lines a bit because I thought it looked nice. But yeah, so that is what I did yesterday, and I was quite happy with it actually, even though I started off with one, a set of pixels, and then it turns out it was too small for the channel art because it has to be 2000 something times 1440 at least. So I had to upgrade it, and I didn't know how to do that, so I had to go into the old interwebs, get me Googles on and look for a solution. Fortunately enough, I found one. You just go into imagery and then you can change the pixels even though you're still working on the project. So that was all good, all fine, no problems at all. But yeah, we worked out to a good picture. Please leave a comment below what you think about it. I thought it was kind of neat. It was at least better than the other one, because the previous one, right, was a one that I did in I don't even remember, 360p or something, and then they said oh, you need to have it in 2440, and I was like, dude, damn. So I had to enhance it, I had to enlarge it without being able to enhance it because I didn't know how to. Zoom, taking it down now, mates. You had your opportunity, and if you didn't have the opportunity to watch it, then it's on the channel art. Just go to the top of the channel, right, and it's gonna be there. I'm also looking into redesigning the logo of the company, you know, still working with the company idea that this is supposed to be a company, but it is in a way, right? Because if you're in YouTube gain your money eventually, and you know, maybe not eventually, but maybe if it does, then you can register yourself as a company. It will be a company. But of course, I was thinking about the company logo. I did like what now, 4 months ago or something now. It's already been 4 months. It's crazy. But yeah, you can calculate the days on your own if you think that's funny and relevant of when I actually started with the idea. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I was thinking about redesigning the logo as well, since I redesigned the entire channel art. But then also what I was gonna say is, because even though I redesigned the channel art, I thought I can mention that for like 30 seconds and then go into the entire topic. But then I did something truly amazing today, because these last days here in Bordeaux are probably going to be more of a vacation than I've had in a long while in Bordeaux. You know what I mean? Because when I see Bordeaux, right, I see a place where I lived, a place where I've spent a substantial amount of time now, at least in my opinion, at least in my frame of reference, right? At least when it comes to go abroad, I'm not usually staying for 4 months when I'm going on a vacation. But right now I'm having 3 or 4 days when I can just do whatever I want, right? I don't have any school, I have no obligations, I can just go around and have fun. So today I went and saw the ballet. I think I said opera to all of my friends, and they were like texting me back saying like, there are no sounds, they were just dancing. And I was like, yeah, that's true. It's probably a ballet then, mate. It's probably a ballet. Yeah, and I went and watched this ballet. And it was a bit of a spontaneous thing. I was gonna go to a wine museum because I've said like from day one that I want to go there. Have I gone there? Obviously not, because when you live close to it, why go? Right, the big problem is you just think that I have so much time, I can go whenever I want to, and now I have to go there tomorrow because otherwise I will miss it. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? But today I went to the Don Quixote, I think it's called, the guy who fights the windmills, and saw it, and it was amazing. I mean, really mind-blowing and mind-boggling. I'm gonna have it in the end, my initial reactions. They're pretty short and not that varied, so I thought, why not add to them here? Now, I'm gonna say that the first act, right, since this was the first ballet I've ever seen, and I was sitting there like I was like the big thing in the back, judging the people. No, of course I wasn't. Not the people in the audience though, but like the music and the people who are dancing, and I was like, that's bad in comparison to that over there. That flurry thing that he did. You had to step up your game, sir. No, but well, I did a bit, but I mean, who doesn't, right? When you're looking at professionals, you're sitting there like if you're the best guy in the world. For instance, if you're watching football, it's the same thing. Someone misses a goal and you're like, how could you miss that goal? And then everybody's like, could you have done it better? And I'm like, no, but that's not the point. They're getting paid for it. So I was sitting there, you know, judging away on the ballet, and I was like, that could have been better. You could have done that better because he did it better. You know, the usual stuff. And something that I wasn't prepared for. Now, first act, by the way, I'm just gonna say, good, really good. Second act, there was a guy in front of me whose head took up like half of the stage. I was like sitting like this all the time. What's happening? What's happening? Can I stand up? What's happening? But yeah, it was still awesome though. That was actually the stage or the act when he was fighting the actual windmills. And then the third act was also really, really good. I mean, there was some solo dancing in there, which were some solo ballet. And it was so good. I never thought I would appreciate ballet, but after watching it, probably one of my favorite things I've done in Bordeaux so far. It's the favorite thing I've done in Bordeaux so far, actually. I should reiterate that and restate that. But yeah, so I was sitting there in the back, and as I said, something that I wasn't quite prepared for it. I sort of knew, but I didn't actually know. So when I watched them, they're all quite muscular. They're all thin, sure. They're all thin people, because I don't know why. Maybe because it's easier to throw them up in the air, which they also did, or do the classical, you know, spinning around. Maybe that's easier or something. I don't know why. Maybe it has to do with something with like standardized procedure and standardized production of their outfits. Something along those lines, but all the people were very muscular. You know, in a lean way. Like very cardio focused. And it was amazing to see. It was really cool to see so many fit, well-trained people coordinate in such a, I don't know what to say it, in such a coordinated fashion. It was a really cool experience, and I think I'm saying it later in as well, but I'm highly recommending that you go visit it and watch it if you happen to be in Bordeaux, because as I said, easily the best thing. Actually, I'm restating again, it's easily the best thing I've done in Bordeaux so far. So yeah, have a nice one, mates. Gonna play up some 2 clips, I think 2 or 3 clips. One of me, my initial thoughts, and then one when they're like, all the people are applauding, people were standing up in their chairs. It was amazing, all the colors came together. Oh. Yeah, I know, speaking like a professional, speaking as if I knew what I'm talking about at all, which I do not. This was the first ballet I ever saw. But yeah, for tomorrow we're probably going to be back on track, so just stay with me, mates. Just stay with me, just bear with me, right? So I hope you enjoy these videos that are coming, and until next time guys, see you tomorrow. So these are my thoughts, straight out of Don Quixote, which was in this building. Amazing, I mean, really cool. All the colors just, you know, they went together splendidly and amazing, and all the people that were so brilliant and so talented, at least for me, right? Because I haven't seen a ballet before, so for me that was really good. I mean, it was so good. The way that they used the scenery, the way that people were. I'm going to include some clips on when the people applauded in the end as well. Like, people were standing up on their seats, everybody was excited. There were 2 people, especially, as you are going to see, that everybody loved, including me. I mean, they were, yeah, I totally recommend it, by the way. Go to Don Quixote if you ever come to Bordeaux. Rating, probably like a solid 9 out of 10. I would have liked to see the 2 people in the end a bit more. Don Quixote himself had a very strong and powerful presence when he entered the room, but he didn't do that much, to be honest. Sure, he fought against the giants. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen it or heard about it or read the story, but it's a classic, so I think I can say it. Yeah, so he fought against the windmills, the giants, so to say. And that was, I mean, it was in that act, the second act, let's say, I was sitting behind the guy, so I didn't see that much. I was like trying to get around his head, but yeah, totally worth seeing, totally worth a watch. I think it's easily one of the best things I've done in Bordeaux so far. So yeah, if you see it, totally recommend it if you come here.